Okay, so in this video we're going to talk a little bit about relations. So I'm going to start by creating just a simple sketch on the front plane like so, and I'm just going to draw a very simple triangle. Okay, notice when I draw it that I'm snapping to a horizontal here. We'll talk more about that in a second. I'm just creating a very simple triangle like that. Okay, so what I have here is a triangle. Now you'll notice right here that I have a horizontal, and that's what we call a relation. Okay, I can see the little green box. I can turn it off. Here I can turn on and off the relations if I want to. I'm going to leave them on for now, but I can always go under the kind of the view drop down here and turn off my relations if I want to. Okay, now to place a relation like this. Okay, so for example, let's say I'm going to fix this lower left corner. I can click on the lower left corner, and then I come right here and I go add relation. Okay, and then you can see over here I have some options that I can do, and I'm going to choose fix. What that does is it essentially glues that point to the sketch plane that I've got there. Okay. So for example, I can grab and move this point all I want. I can still grab and move this point. However, I can only move it so that it keeps the bottom piece horizontal. I cannot grab and move this at all. Okay. So another way to place a relation is we've done before with the dimension. So I can actually come in here. I can place, say, this dimension right here. Okay. I'll just call it 4 inches. Something like that. Place that dimension there. Now, with that dimension placed, okay, I can still grab this corner and I can move it around anywhere I want to. But this corner now down here is fixed. Okay, it's completely constrained or defined. Okay, so next thing I'll do is I'm going to make this line vertical, so I can actually select that line and then go add relation. And it'll come up with a few options, and I'm going to choose vertical, and it forces that guy to be vertical. I can set that relation. You can see as they come on, they keep adding more and more relations as needed. Now, again, I can still move this, but now I can only move it, up and down in the vertical sense. Okay. So, also note right down here, it says here that it's still underdefined. Okay, and that's again because, I can move this point around, it's not completely defined. Okay, but if I place one more dimension, I'll place this angle dimension right here. Okay, call that 45 degrees. Okay, now you see down here it is fully defined. Okay, so okay, so I've got a fully defined object now. It's completely defined. Okay, so if I try to place another dimension, say the height of this side of the triangle, okay, it's basically saying, hey, that'll over-dimension it. Okay, it'll leave it up there, but if you notice, it's grayed out as compared to the other ones. So if, for example, I change this dimension, okay, and instead of 45 degrees, I make it 35 degrees, and click OK, you see that that grayed out dimension just follows along with that. Okay, it's constrained to whatever that angle is, and all of the other dimensions I have on there. Now, let me go ahead and add a circle here. Okay, so I'm going to put a circle, and just drop it in, right there. Oops, just some arbitrary size. Okay, and now you notice down here again it says underdefined. Okay, so here's what I can do. I can start defining it, and what I can do is I can actually select both the inclined line and my circle by holding. I forgot to hold the control key, so I select them both. So I have them both selected, and I can come right down here and add a relation, and you see I can add, for example, a tangent. Now I've got that relation. So no matter how I drag this guy around, if I grab this circle, right, no matter how I move it, it's going to stay tangent to what I've got there. Okay, I can also do something called a coincident, which would be if I select, say, the center point of the circle and then this line, okay, I can make those coincident, which means that the center point will lie on that line. Okay, so if I've got that, now if I try to move this, right, I can get bigger and smaller as necessary. Now, to get rid of these, okay, I, again, just make sure that it's shown. If you don't remember how to show the constraints, they're right there, okay? And as long as they're shown, I can right-click on a constraint and go down to delete, and it'll get rid of the constraints for me, okay? Like so. Okay, so now I've got this circle, and I can move it wherever I want to, okay? Now, another nice thing is what we call parametric dimensioning, where I can dimension, say, the diameter of this circle, okay? And then rather than putting in a specific size, I can say that it's related to, say, this dimension divided by 4. Okay, and you see it'll put a little sigma beside it saying, okay, well, that one depends on another dimension. So if I go change this dimension, rather than having it 4 inches, I have it 5 inches. Okay, you'll notice that the hole diameter will change as well. We call that parametric dimensioning. You can relate it based on other dimensions. Okay, I can see all of these relationships, all these equations under Tools, and if I scroll down, oh, there it is, Equations, and click on Equations, and you can see that there's my equation that I just created there. The other nice thing here is I can create what's called a global variable. So let's just say we have a bunch of holes and they all have very similar diameters. I can actually put in something called, say, like hole diameter, and let's say it's 1/2 inch. Okay, I can put in that. So I have this, what we call global dimension. Can click OK. Okay, so once I get that put in, I could put in any global dimensions I want. If I say create a new circle, okay, and I put the circle, right up there, then I go to dimension that circle. Okay, I can give that, rather than putting in 0.5, I can hit my equal sign as if I was going to write another equation, but then you'll see one of the things here is a global variable, and I can actually just choose my hole diameter, and it'll force it to be that 1/2 inch. So if you've got a dimension that comes up very often, you can put them into that global diameter. So that's a little bit with these relations and parametric dimensioning and things of that nature.